Welcome. Have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 23rd of April 2023. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that France wants to keep engagement with China, India on Ukraine solution despite differences. PM Narendra Modi with the French President Emmanuel Macron. The Hindu newspaper also states that army cancelled convoy hours before a truck was ambushed on the same route in Jammu, says officials. Mortal remains of the 5 Indian army soldiers who lost their lives in the Punish terror attack are plotted for last respects in Rajouri. The Hindu newspaper also states that the center intensifies crackdown with aim to make India drug-free by 2047. Jharkhand police personnel destroy illegal opium cultivation in the Naxal-affected areas under Murho police station in Khunti district of Jharkhand. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that India has wider scope for the growth in mortgage finance. Deepak Parekh. At just 11%, India's mortgage to GDP ratio is the lowest compared to countries like China, Malaysia, and Singapore. It is also significantly lower than much of the Western world, where the ratio is upward of 60 to 90%, he said. Parekh said India still has a huge housing shortage, estimating at over 29 million units. Indian Express also states that 4 Supreme Court judges are down with COVID. The 4 include a judge who is a part of the 5-judge Constitution bench hearing a petition seeking legal recognition of the same-sex marriages. The 4 includes a judge who is a part of 5-judge Constitution bench hearing a petitions seeking legal recognition of the same-sex marriages. Indian Express also states that almost as many students take GRE in India as in the United States, saw from Andhra, Telangana. Number of Indian students taking GRE doubled in past decade to 1.414 lakh. The testing growing popularity in India is in line with the significant increase in the number of Indian nationals enrolled in United States graduate schools, with a 48% rise from 68,869 to 1 lakh 2024 observed in 2021 to 22 academic year. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that soon a gender-neutral selection board in Indian Army. The Indian Army has decided to introduce a common selection board for its male and female officers for promotion to rank of colonel from 2024 and 25 in a move aimed at advancing a gender equality in force. Officials familiar with the matter said on Saturday. The development comes on the back of Army conducting a special selection board to promote 108 women officers to the rank of select grade colonial and offering them command assignments in selected branches for the first time. Hindustan Times also states that Western disturbances to usher in cooler end to April in Delhi. Indian Meteorological Department says the month of April is likely to end on a cooler note than usual, similar to what happened last month, Met officials said on Saturday, predicting the arrival of another Western disturbances on the Sunday that will keep temperatures under the 40 degrees Celsius under the threshold. Indian Meteorological Department's forecast shows Delhi maximum is likely to have around 37-38 degrees till April 25. Hindustan Times also states that Russia announces a reciprocal expulsion of more than 20 German diplomats. Russian Foreign Ministry spokesman Maria Zakharova said on Saturday that Moscow was expelling more than 20 German diplomats. The RIA Novosti news agency said as Berlin said some Russian diplomats had left Germany. Russia announces the expulsion of more than 20 German diplomats. Going towards the economy of the country, annual crop loss of 147 million kg due to the pest attacks. Tea research body file picture of the plantation worker carrying equipment to spray pesticides in the tea plantation in Tamil Nadu. ICICI Bank Q4 consolidated net jumps 27% to 9,852.7 crore. Traffic moves past in the ICICI Bank head office in the Mumbai, India, April 21, 2023. Unsold housing stocks declined 6% to 5.18 lakh units in January-March in 14 cities report. During the first quarter of this calendar, housing sales stood at 1,23,938 units, while new launches were 93,600 units. Going towards the world news, including Sudan's army says evacuation of the diplomats expected to begin. Police 8 people, including girl, wounded in two Washington D.C. shooting. Alphabet CEO Pichai receives over $200 million compensation in the 2022 aimed cost cutting. After the United States Supreme Court abortion pill ruling relief disappointment and vows to keep the fighting, Supreme Court pressure preserves broad access to abortion pill. Going towards the science and technology, Ranger 4 romps into the moon. The Atlas Agena 4 boosted the Ranger 4 spacecraft for the first United States lunar impact. Microbes at the top of the world. A cosmopolitan human signature is seen in the microbes collected at South Col on Mount Everest. 7 worst years for polar ice sheet melting occurred in the past decade study. Earth polar sheets lost 7,560 billion tons of ice between 1992 to 2020. At last, there's a famous quotation by Maulana Rumi, whose full name is Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi, also known as Jalaluddin Muhammad Balkhi, who is popularly simply as a Rumi known by, and his birth anniversary is 30th September 1207 up to 17 December 1273, was a 13th century poet, a Hanafi fiqh, Islamic scholar, Maturidi theologian, and a Sufi mystic. Originally from Greater Khorasan in Crater, Iran, Rumi's influence transcends national borders and ethnic divisions. Iranian Kurds, Tajiks, Turks, Greeks, Pashtuns, and other Central Asian Muslims, as well as the Muslims of the Indian subcontinent, have greatly appreciated his spiritual legacy for the past 7 centuries. His poems have been widely translated into many of the world's languages and transposed into various formats. Rumi has been described as the most popular poet and the best-selling poet in the United States. Maulana Rumi says a famous quotation. He says that don't grieve anything you lost comes around in another form. Okay, thank you.